So today we want to talk about our journey. Everyone's journey is just a little bit different. Wrigley, come on. Everyone's family dynamics are different. What does our journey look like? Well, our journey originally was, we thought we had it all figured out. One minor piece in my mind is we still need a source of income other than what I get with my pension. I mean, our journey looks different than yours. Your journey is different than the next person's. Everyone's journey is a little bit different. Our biggest part of our journey is we're daring to dream. That's our name. We're daring to dream about places we can go, places we can explore, things we want to see, things we don't know that we want to see and we'll get to eventually see. Our journey's on a little bit of a holding pattern. In my mind, we were going to sell the house and buy the truck and trailer, as we did. And, you know, the world was our oyster. We were going to, well, North America, how about that? We were going to go exploring. We were going to hook up to that trailer and be gone. One little problem. We're not in a position where Brent can just quit his job. We still need that income. And I'm just laughing at Wrigley. She ran ahead and she just came to a abrupt halt. There must be somebody up here. Anyways, you know, we still need Brent's income in order to, you know, meet up with our obligations, be able to pay our pad rent, to be able to go out and do things, buy groceries. So there's, you know, our little Mitsubishi RVR, still a little bit of money on it. We had hoped initially, hang on, I'm tangled up with Maddie. Maddie, what the heck? We had hoped to have that paid off. Wrigley, out of there. Paid that off when we sold the house, but there wasn't quite enough money for everything we wanted. We're gonna take our conversation outside today. Well, it wasn't really sunny, but now it's a little more overcast. But we thought, let's make the best of this. Got some bananas that are on their way out, and Brent picked up some pineapple, so we're going to play with our bullet and a little bit of Captain Morgan, and it happens to be pineapple flavored, so that should go perfectly. And we're gonna mix up a couple of beverages. So I'm gonna finish my wrap, and then Brent and I are gonna have a conversation a little bit more about what our journey is and what we're looking forward to and some of the changes that we have made or will be making. Today we want to talk about our journey, and not just our journey as far as our next trip, but our journey overall. Hasn't quite gone according to what I had planned in my head or what I had thought in my head. But
yeah, that's a safe guess. Yeah.
I think I had a different picture in my head of what our journey would look like. I feel like it's a little bit on hold. I'm feeling like it's on hold because we are currently not traveling. The last trip we took was down to Kennewick, Washington at the end of September for the Grand Design Rally. Since that time, for roughly 6 months, we have been, well, we did a couple overnighters down in Beechwood.
Yeah, we did a few smaller trips, yes.
I guess in my head I was on fast forward, and I was thinking we're going to be doing a lot more traveling, but that requires a source of income more than what my pension allows.
Well, it also means that I need the time off work, which I only have a limited amount of.
Yeah, so until we can figure out how to have a mobile lifestyle where we can have income coming in,
all in due time,
as we're on the road, we'll have to seek out some things for that to make the picture come a little bit more to what my thoughts were. Our current journey, and along with many other people in the world, everyone's on a holding pattern. We're staying at home because of the COVID-19.
Yeah, and we just got notification there yesterday that the rally we were planning to attend in June in Edmonton has been postponed for a full year. Yeah. Understandable. My vote was for actually to postpone until end of August, and then I said, "Well, I'll go along with whatever the consensus is." The consensus apparently was to postpone for a full year. So end of June next year, I'm good with that.
I mean, we don't even know if we're going to be allowed to travel. We may all still be staying at home. The projections on the news is, and they are like, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but the curve is starting to flatten. So that's, yay, good things here in BC. But I saw there was a notice on one of my notifications I get on my phone saying that Ontario just had another, I think it was like 122 or something like that, cases just confirmed. So I guess as the test results are coming in, but there are people who are recovering from it. Unfortunately, there have been some deaths as well. In Canada here, we're doing much better than in the US. I mean, there's a lot less people in Canada too, right?
It all depends on how people are reacting to it. We caught a good idea of what was going on already when it hit Italy hard. Then it hit Spain hard. And then all of a sudden it hit the US and New York in particular extremely hard.
Yeah, they have over 100,000 cases in the US. So.
Well, New York State alone, I believe, has close to 40,000 cases as it is.
Yeah. So
and that is scary.
That is very scary. For those of you who are coming home to Canada, we have some people down the way, and she was outside puttering today, and I waved to her. I'm like, hey, aren't you on quarantine? And she's like, yep. And apparently they've had some good neighbors that have gone out and grabbed them some groceries. And
if you can help somebody out,
yeah,
help them out.
So
everybody needs help at this time.
Yeah, she said that we were speaking well beyond the 2 meters. We were probably about 3 or 4 meters apart. She was just puttering in her yard, getting some fresh air and the sunshine. And she had said they actually haven't been in any other close contact with other people in like 3 weeks. And the closest person they got to was the customs agent, who had a screen on and a mask and the whole 9 yards. They good on them for doing the quarantine. I think they got about another week to go. So yeah, it's a very scary thing. So we are no longer going to a Grand Design Rally in June.
It would have been the first Canadian Grand Design Rally.
I know.
But oh well,
so
stuff happens.
So we've kind of thought about if we are still able to go away in June, if that's a possibility.
We probably will be able to, although our destinations may be limited by, let's say, geographic boundaries or federal boundaries.
If
to the
we
US.
are able to go to Alberta, we're still thinking that that's a possibility. If we're not able to do the US portion of our journey, we are coming up with a game plan that we might go and visit some other people. Brent knows a lot of people in northern Alberta and northern BC, so we might just detour and do a loop back through there. So like everything,
a lot still up in the air.
Like everything, it's all still up in the air. So, and
we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there.
So we won't get as many stickers on our map.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to cross off Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, or Oregon, all in due time.
I don't know if you can see this. I brought my map outside. We're over, I can't do it upside down. We're over here. Oh, I can't see it.
We are here in the Lower Mainland.
Yeah. We're going to come across, and we're going to go up
through
here.
Banff and Jasper.
We're still going to do that.
And head east.
And then we're going to go into Alberta. We're going to pop in, say hello to my brother who lives just outside of Edmonton. But our timeline might be a little different. And again, it all depends on...
Everything is skewed right now.
If we're able to do that travel. So everyone's journey is now on hold. And we're all waiting to see...
On hold or interrupted, at least to a certain extent.
So, we'll know more as we get closer. Although we are disappointed that our journey is not going to continue the way we had planned. And there's going to be some changes, which it's fine. Change is good. In the meantime, we're staying at home, but staying at home means we still can take the dogs out to a park here and there. We found this lovely little gem.
We just came across this place, which my wife knew it was here. I didn't. We're in Campbell Valley Park. This is in the southeast corner, and it's the historic Langley Speedway, 500-meter speedway. As you can tell, it's very tiny.
Back in the 80s, it was all the rage.
Yeah, apparently it was all the rage 30 years ago. But, anyways, the parking lot used to be up over my shoulder, just on these hills here. That was the spectator stands, and then up above that is the parking lot. And sorry, you were going to say, honey?
I was just going to say what you said.
Well, she just told me that, so okay.
I never was here back in the day when I was not into race cars, but I had in-laws who was heavy into race cars and that sort of stuff. And so this would be the spot they would be pretty much all summer.
For a 500-meter loop.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
This is the little route that we took. It wasn't a big trip, but we started up here, right at the parking lot where we are now. And we just went down the trail here. It's a nice easy loop. Then we went down the deer trail to the old raceway. Back up the deer trail, came along this way.
Nope,
we cut out. And then we came down this way into the back trail here, the Vine Maple Trail, and came back up this way. This trail, the Vine Maple Trail, it's very rough. It's got a lot of muddy sections, and today it's fairly nice, but still there was a lot of slick, muddy spots in there.
That's why I
wouldn't want to run in there, that's for sure.
That's why we wear our boots.
Yes, that's why we wear our boots today.
Okay.
But it was a nice run.
Nice walk.
Nice walk, sorry.
We weren't running. There was no running.
No, I didn't run. Wrigley ran.
Yeah. And I think they need some water.
Yeah, we better get these pups some water.
And there's lots of other parks that we can still enjoy and keep our social distancing. I find with some of the parks, when you have the dogs, people tend to keep distance from you anyway, so that's all good. I took the girls to a trail that I quite often walk, but there's so many people not working and working from homes and taking their kids out and riding their bikes on the trails that normally aren't there. And I was like, oh my goodness, this trail is way too crowded. So I think I'm gonna stay away from that one in the next little while and go to the more remote ones out in Campbell Valley Park and Aldergrove Regional Park.
Aldergrove's a nice park.
You know, it's a little more remote, and I think during the week it's probably a better choice than something within the city. I mean, feel like Derby Reach is a crowded place. It's down by the river, so it's a nice trail.
It's right on the river. It's a beautiful place. Between
it's just going to be too hard.
Basically at Fort Langley, across the river from Maple Ridge.
And it's just going to be too hard to try and, keep distance from people and that sort of thing. So there's a few parks we can still explore. My daughter was telling me that they blocked the parking lots in Stanley Park for people who wanted to walk along the seawall, and somebody just parked in front of the gate. The point was they don't want people gathering in that park. Maybe that has to come to the point where they leave it for people who live in the West End, and those are the only people. You can't drive your car there to go enjoy the seawall. So yeah, for now it's just going to be what it is. So do the best you can, enjoy it. Enjoy time with your families, enjoy time with your pets, keep your social distance, or just stay home. For those of us who live in a small space, we need to get out a little bit.
Everybody needs to get out a little bit.
Yeah. To
get some fresh air, to walk, to maybe go for a run, go have a workout.
If you have your own backyard, that's great.
That's even better, yes.
But we have our little spot here.
Like I said in a previous video, you have to respect everybody else around you as they have to respect you. It is a two-way street, of course, but
yeah,
you just have to be careful. Just treat each other like they were your family.
So that's all we wanted to share with you this week, is the changes to our journey. Hoping our journey will be a little more interesting in the near future. We're making plans, as much as we can make plans, and we're making changes, alterations to what we
have made, and
I'm sure everybody else out there has had plans and had to change them already.
Yeah.
I know a few people that I've spoken with online, and they've had to change plans, not last minute, like 4, 5, 6 weeks out. We were 10 weeks out from our trip.
Yeah, we got 2.5 months to go before we leave. So.
And yeah, well, stuff happens.
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll still be able to use our 3 weeks, and our travels just may look a little different than what we initially planned. So for this week, that's all we want to talk about. Remember to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up.
Bye.
Bye and take care. Basically, I'd like to go out, get the boat in the water, throw a line in the water.
Oh, there's water just over there.
Oh, that's the ocean. I've got electric water. The ocean doesn't really react too kindly with electric motors.
Floats around the top of it. That little motor pushed it along pretty good.
Yes, we were at low tide, and we were in a canal.
There's still tide there. We'll see.
Okay, start again.
Okay, I got the back. Well, don't record that. Okay, well.
That's other parts.
Sorry, I'm just making food.
So, that's all we want to talk about this week. So, stay safe. Where you go?
Sorry.